Okay, I've got a really fun multi-class for you today where we're going to do summons as well as hit things really hard. So we're going to multi-class the Oakheart Sentinel with the Monk. So let's go over it. We're going to level by level, combat chill, and all the items you will need. So of course we start with the Oakheart Sentinels. Now this gives you some really fun things like the Spring Keeper. Now the Spring Keeper is the subclass we're going to use. Reason being is this lets us summon things like hyenas, we gain Orb of Spring, so we can throw poison at people, and we gain Hunter's Mark, which is a really fun concentration spell. Now for your cantrips, we are going to take Guidance, because this is a great spell to use out of combat from the start of the game to the end of the game. We're going to take Thorn Whip, so we can pull enemies towards us, because we are going to be a melee character. And we're going to take Resistance, because this can also come in very handy at points. For your spells, we are going to take Thunderwave for our first spell. This is awesome for throwing people off of balconies, beams, ledges, all sorts of fun things. And we're going to take Ice Knife because it's a nice ice-based damage dealer, and it will leave an icy surface around the enemy, meaning that if they try and run, there's a potential they will fall prone. Now when it comes to your ability points, we're going to have 8 Strength because this build will rely on you using Strength Potions. We're going to use 14 Dex, 15 Constitution, and this will be buffed up when we take Tavern Brawler to 16. Intelligence at 10, Wisdom at 18, and Charisma at 10. Oakheart Sentinels level 2 brings Oakheart casting expertise, so all Sentinel classes use summoned allies and spirit companions. To keep them safe in battlefield, they learn to carefully shape their offensive spells. And we got Oak's Aim, so developed by Law Seekers, this special technique allows archers to use their instincts on bird attacks to boost their aiming and hitting weaker points of enemies. We also gain one more spell at this point, so for this one we're going to take Fairy Fire. This is awesome for giving you advantage on attack rolls, as well as all targets turn visible. Oakheart Sentinels level 3 brings us Spring Child, so you're full of vitality of spring. You can channel this through your healing spells. When casting a healing spell, the target regains additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. We can also now summon a Badger, and we gain Enlarge or Reduce. We gain one more spell at this point, so for this one we are going to benefit from Spring Child, and we'll take Healing Word. Level 4 gives you your first feat. Now before that we get to pick one more spell, and for this one we are going to take Heat Metal. This means now we have Heat Metal, Fairy Fire, and Hex as concentration spells, and this is really important because our equipment boosts our damage if we're concentrating on something, so bear that in mind. We gain a new feat at this point, so for this one we are going to come all the way to the bottom and take Tavern Brawler like I said. This is really important because it will add your strength modifier twice to the damage and attack rolls of your strikes, which is why we need to rely on strength potions for this. It also means, as I said, we can bump our constitution up to 16. Now at level 5, this is where we start multi-classing, and for this one we are going to multi-class into the Monk, when I can find on my little list here. Now for this one, we are going to get things such as Fury of Blows, we're going to get our key points, Unarmored Defense, so we add our Wisdom modifier to our armor class, we gain Dexterous attacks, all sorts of fun things. Monk level 3 gives us our specialization, so for this one we are taking Way of the Open Hand. This will give you Fury Blows Topple, Stagger, and Push, and they pretty much do what they say. Push will obviously push the enemy 5 meters away. Stagger will stagger the target, making them unable to take reactions, really good if you just want to get in and get out. And then Topple will possibly knock the target prone. This is my favourite one of the bunch. Monk level 4 gives you your first feat, we gain additional key points, and Slow Fall. So when you fall, you can use your action to gain resistance against falling damage. Now for your feat, we are going to come in here and we're going to take our Dexterity up to 16. And at Monk level 5, we get an extra attack. We also gain Stunning Strike, and Stunning Strike Unarmed. Obviously, we are doing the unarmed version. Monk level 6 brings more key points, improved unarmored movement, so your movement's been increased by 4.5 meters while we're not wearing armor or using a shield. We gain key empowered strikes, so your unarmed attacks count as magical for the purpose of overcoming enemies' resistance and immunity. And we gain manifestation of body, mind, soul, wholeness, and lots of good stuff. Wholeness will obviously regain half your key points. Manifestation of soul will do additional radiant. Mind is psychic, and body is necrotic. Monk level 7 brings additional key points as well as evasion. So evasion, when a spell or effect would deal half damage on a successful dexterity saving throw, it deals no damage if you succeed and only half if you fail. We also gain Stillness of Mind, so if we're charmed or frightened, we automatically cast Stillness of Mind and recover from the condition. Monk level 8 brings a new feat and additional key points. So for this feat we're once again going to take our dex up to 18. And now it's time to go over all our equipment. So we start with the Soul of Master Perception. +2 bonus to attack rolls, initiative rolls, and perception checks. We're going to take the Flesh Melter's Cloak, so whenever we take melee damage, the attacker will take 1 to 4 acid damage. If you want to use the Flame Cloak that causes burning to melee attackers, you can do that as well. For boots, we're going to take the Boots of Uninhibited Kushido, so the wearer deals additional damage equal to their Wisdom modifier with unarmed strikes, hence why Wisdom is so high. We're going to take the Vest of Soul Rejuvenation, so whenever we succeed a saving throw against a spell, we'll regain 1 to 4 hit points. And we can use a reaction to make an unarmed strike against any attacker that misses, and a +2 to our armor class. For gloves, we're going to take the Gloves of Soul Catching, so we deal an additional 1 to 10 force damage with our unarmed strikes. Once per turn on armed hit, we can regain 10 hit points. We can also forego healing to gain advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the end of our next turn. We also gain a Constitution +2, seeing we have 3 stats at 18, being Dex, Constitution, and Wisdom. For rings, we're going to take the Strange Conduit Ring, so while concentrating on a spell, such as Hex, we'll deal an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. The Crusher's Ring to add 3 meters to our movement speed, just helping us get around the battlefield even more. And the Moondrop Pendant, so if we have 50% hit points or less, we won't provoke opportunity attacks. Now that is the build, let's go check it out. Okay, we've just left camp, so there's a few things we need to do. First things first, we need to summon our companion. And for me, we're also going to have an owlbear. There you go. What we can also do is come in here and we can summon the badger. When I can find the space to. And there you go, you see we now have an owlbear and a badger as companions. Now bear in mind, if you do come in here and you try to summon the classic companion to get like the boar or something, you will lose your owlbear. So just bear that in mind. But having a badger and the owlbear I think is pretty good. You can also get the hyena, I thought there was a third. There we go. So you can see we have 3 companions now. The other thing we need to do is we need to boost our strength. So we can do this through strength potions. So you've got the Elixir of Cloud Giant Strength. This is the highest tier one. This boosts your strength to 27. And then there's also the Strength of Hill Giant Strength. These are the more common ones and it boosts you to 21. For the sake of this guide I will be using the high one because obviously we are at the end of the game. So you can see what it looks like with 27 strength. But just bear that in mind, this is how this build really relies. And these do last until long rest. So as long as you don't get downed, you can pop 1 potion and get through quite a few fights. Okay, as you can see we're in the combat, so let's get this going. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cast Hex to get our concentration going. So come in with Hex, we'll do that first, Hunter's Mark. Do that first level. And there you go, now you know we get an extra 1 to 4 attack, or damage I should say. So we do a basic attack, you'll see how much damage we're pumping out. What this also means is that we have things like stunning strikes and stuff. But for round 1, we're literally just going to do basic attacks, so you can see the damage output. Now, if we had our bonus action, we could bonus action to attack too, but we don't. And there you go, you can see the owlbear takes a big old hit. And you see we managed to maintain our concentration on both of those attacks, and they took force and acid damage from hitting us. Now the badger didn't really, the hyena didn't really get to do much, but it did act like a nice little meat shield for 2 attacks. And now it's time for the owlbear, and we've seen what the owlbear can do. It can just pump out heavy damage, and it gets an extra attack, just like that. You could also, if you want to, increase its strength by 3, reduce its armor class by 1, maximizing its damage further. And of course there's the badger. Now the badger I think might be a little stuck. Let's try and unstick it. Now when it comes to the badger, it's only really got things like bite or burrow, so this will allow you to possibly knock a target prone. Not enough space, never mind, so we'll just have to do a normal bite. There you go. It's a nice little way of just taking enemies out. And you see it says hunt completed, that means we can now move our hunter's mark. So that's what we'll do. We'll come in here, hunter's mark, and we will reapply it. Now this will use our bonus action, but we'll put it onto this one here. And that means we can once again just come in here and start doing some strikes. So for example, this time let's do a stunning strike to try and stun this enemy. And there you go, you see even with the stunning strikes we're still popping out like 34 damage. And we could do the same thing on this one because of our key points. Or we can just outright kill them. And as you saw, the enemy's stunned, so it hasn't got the ability to take turns. Once again, took a big hit, but maintained concentration. And our AC is so good, we're also dodging things like sneak attack. Now the Alba is really good because it also has things like a multi-attack, which means you can land more than one attack per turn. And it also means it can start hunting down other enemies.
What should I do?
And as you can see, you can send your little animal companions up ladders and all sorts. So you can really split them up and just help sort of trying to take down enemies, or just use them as meat shields to delay enemies, such as the big sneak attack from this character. But obviously, like I said, the monk can do more than just use their bonus action for concentration. So if we come over here, let's pump out our 2 regular attacks. Just like this. And then we have our topple, or sorry, our Fury of Blows that we can do with our key points. Now, topple, as I said, is my favourite. 2 strikes and you possibly knock the target prone. Obviously, you saw how much damage we just pumped out. We did like almost 50 with 1 bonus action. So just bear that in mind. You might not be able to land these because you might just outright kill the enemy. And again, you can use your companions to just nullify the enemies. So just going to keep this one as busy as we can. We only get 1 attack per round with the Badger, but again, it's not really designed to pump out lots of damage. It's only got 13 health. It's just designed to take some blows. Once again, saving concentration, which you'd kind of expect because that wasn't a lot of damage. But it's this easy to just hunt down enemies and finish them off with your regular attacks because of the high damage output we're doing. All the while your companions are just keeping everything busy. What this also means is that if we wanted to, we could step the wind dash and we can start making some progress in getting back and hunting down enemies. And then it's just time to very simply finish the fight. We know we've only got 1 enemy left. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and stun the enemy with our first attack using our key points. So where is our stunning strike? Here it is. And there you go, we managed to stun them, which means we can follow up with our regular attack, and then we can try and do our topple, our Fury of Blows I should say. Maybe we'll do a stagger this time, just to show it off. Or we'll just outright kill them again. So you can see just how much power you can pump out with this, especially utilising things like your concentration and your companions to really split the battlefield. Now bear in mind, you can see we've used our spells and our key points. If we short rest, we gain all our key points back, but not our spells, so just bear that in mind. But what it does mean is, for example, we can just, if we want to, resummon our hyena. And then we've got it for next time, and your companions like this. Obviously, if you have a healer like Shadowheart, we can come in here, and we can heal everyone up. So I really hope you do enjoy this multi-class build. It's actually quite fun to go through the combat with. It's obviously not the most optimized, there's going to be way more min-max builds out there. But if you want an awesome sort of summoner monk, this is probably my favourite one to do. So if you have, let me know in the comments below and let me know what you changed about it, other spells, items, all that fun stuff. If you're not ready, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Got more guides to Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age, to Path of Exile, all the fun RPGs you could ever need. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.